Good morning. Welcome to Winnipeg. Not quite the early start we had yesterday. 17.1. We're back to 17. Yeah. Weather office, I checked the weather, I'm guessing half an hour ago. And we have a chance of rain showers up until noon, but then this afternoon is supposed to be nice. So maybe that's when I'll be getting out for my quick scoot. Yeah, and I have to be in the mood for it. I mean, I don't want this to be a have to thing, you know, like okay, gee, it's such and such a time. It's time for my bike ride, you know. Then it kind of takes the fun out of it, the spontaneity or whatever you call it. Anyway, we're going to be working on our photo etch pieces today, and I've been thinking, now how am I going to try and attach these little tiny pieces down onto the deck, because that's where they go. And I think that the time to do it would probably be before I paint the deck. I'm wondering now if I shouldn't mask and spray, and yet probably when I'm busy trying to put the masking tape on, I'm going to end up breaking off these little pieces. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try one, and if I can't cope with it, like we'll try this one, and if I can't cope with it, then well, it's just going to be another little detail that our enterprise is not going to have. But I think what I'll do, the best way would be maybe to put a droplet of CA. Well, I think what I should do is move right in so you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm kind of concerned about these. Let's recompose and nip them off, and we'll just sort of play it by ear. Yeah, doesn't that sound like a winner? Okay, so for this boat that we need for number 20, we need one of these to go on the stern here, and two of these to go on the bow. Now, the one on the stern is probably going to be the hardest one in a way, because it has to be bent into sort of a U shape. And I think probably the best thing for me to do is to slip on the macro lens, and we'll look at them nice and close together. I can actually see better in the monitor something really close up. I just can't work while I'm looking at the monitor. Everything's backwards. Okay. I'm thinking maybe if I turn this 90 degrees here, keeping it relatively close to that little black mark, then I can actually come in at a better angle for myself. Alright, I've nipped through. Oh, you know what? I'm noticing that there's a connection, and a very fine connection. This is the first time I've ever noticed an extremely fine connection that we have to nip off. At least I think we have to nip. Yeah, we have to nip that off. Okay, so we'll come in from the back side here. Yeah, I didn't notice that until I put my magnification hood on here. Right there. And there. Okay, now we'll try and get this lifted off. Now if I bend this out of shape, it's finished. I don't think I can straighten it out. Okay, there we go. We got it. Throw it in my tuna fish tin. Now, we need Where's the other ones? They're over here somewhere. Here we go. May as well take this number 26 right here. As much as I can turn it. Okay, we got that one. There we go. And we need one more. These are ridiculously small. Okay, now you know how I like to do perspective? Well, this is the tip of Tennessee Jim's Black Palm pen here. See if it still writes. Oh yeah. Sort of still writes. Anyway, yeah. We got some real delicate stuff to try and do something with here today. Okay. I am moved in about as close as I can get here with my macro lens on our manual. And if you will notice, this piece drops down and goes into a mark right there. We'll get get the hull over here and we'll look at it in a moment. But if you notice that the prongs that come out get progressively shorter, like this one is the longest and this one over here is the shortest. And I think that the idea is that when this is put on the deck, it's probably because the deck maybe swoops up a little bit, and this top, is this supposed to be a railing or what? It almost looks, yeah, it must be some kind of a railing. And yet on the other hand, if it was supposed to be a railing, why, whoops, come back here. Why would there not have been a bottom rail to make it easy for you to glue it down? That would have been a lot easier if they had a piece across the bottom. Cause well, let's get our part over here and recompose a bit. Okay. Now this is probably supposed to be some kind of a railing. And it's got to go right there in that little, it's not a slot, but you know what I mean. And then on the other side, the other one has to go like this. Now, how am I going to be able to, maybe utilizing a holder downer to hold it in place? I'm starting to lose my grip on it here, aren't I? Yeah, I'm going to have to come up with something. Either that or give up. Now the stern, it may be possibly easier. You can see here how this piece has to be bent to match the this piece right here. In other words, one of the stanchions, if you want to call it a stanchion, goes here, and then the other one goes here. Then there'd probably be one about here, one about here. So there'd be a very, very slight radius right here, and then a sharp one on the ends. I wonder how many people that bought this kit actually completed this part of this of step 20, or maybe like me, they just thought, gee, do I really need to go through all this frustration? at arm's length, we're not going to see if those things are on there or not. I don't know. I'm going to give it a try. I think if I could get it bent, it would have a tendency to want to stand up all by itself. I wouldn't even need a holder downer. I don't know why I'm laughing. And once again, just for perspective here, okay, now in the past, whenever I've tried to put a radius on something like this, I've taken a nail or a small steel dowel or something like that, and I've just put it on here and I've rolled it. But I think I'm going to maybe hold on, use this thing here, see if that'll be easier to hold on to here. Now, we just need from about here to here, we just need a very shallow radius. Check the monitor. I think that's about right. But then right at the very end we need a sharp radius. So I'm just going to put it there and I'm just going to press till I think it's right. It's flipping up on me, isn't it? Maybe that's not going to work. I might have to use the photo etch plier and just grab hold of it and twist it that way, because it will hold on to it. So let me get the plier. It's always kind of fun to see if I can do something like this on camera. Now this is probably going to put a bit of a sharper bend than I had wanted. Come on, just want to grab hold of it now. Okay, I think I've got it. I'll just twist it up a little bit. Oh, this one here got bent. I bent it with my finger, I guess. I might have to do this off camera, unless I turn it like this. Maybe straighten it out just a little bit here. Now grab hold, squeeze, twist. This is probably not going to work. I got a feeling that I'm not going to be able to use these things. Let's just, for the fun of it, straighten it out as best we can here. Am I getting my finger in your way? I probably am. Okay, now, don't know if I've got enough of a bend. Now, will this have a tendency to stand up all by itself? It's not very straight, is it? This one's too far in here. Well, let's see if it'll stand up. Well, that's the wrong way. Maybe I should be using the tweezers. Where are they? Okay, now I can sort of see what's wrong. Well, you get the idea. That's the idea. I'm just going to try and straighten it out a little bit, and then we'll try it on the back of the boat. Okay, now this is actually the first time I'm trying this. Are we going to be able to get all 4 stanchions to be more or less in the right place at the same time? See, the problem is, okay, the tweezer I'm using is kind of hooked, and it's hard to. Maybe I should be using a flatter tweezer. You know what? I'm realizing that in all likelihood, this is going to drive me crazy because there are 6 of these that have to be done. I'm going to try one more time here. But then even after I get it, then I have to take it off and get some glue down there, or maybe use the holder downer. Oh. Okay, now folks, just so that you won't be too upset with me when I give up, here we go for perspective again, okay? "12 minutes after 12. I'm going to call it quits for today. The weather is holding. I want to get out. We'll go at this again tomorrow. But don't hold your breath for me actually, being able to get these railings on. They are just too small. They are beyond my expertise, my dexterity or whatever. So, thanks for watching, everybody. All being well, we'll see you tomorrow.